Who are you? I'm Batman. That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought about that ending Power Rangers fan film / independent film. Well, it's not independent film. It's basically a fan film of Power Rangers. Now, I gotta make a shout out to Jeremy Johns. I did not know anything about what the hell this was about. And he really explained. I saw his review, and I said, all right, I'm going to check it out. I was, back in the day, I only watched the original Power Rangers. I never went on from that. I never went to saw the new ones and whatever, Samurai Power Rangers or whatever. The original Power Ranger was my shit. That was my shit back in the day. I mean, I had boxes and boxes of toys. I mean, I was on that Power Ranger shit. My favorite was the White Ranger / Green Ranger, Tommy. I mean, the original Power Rangers to me was amazing. And when that movie hit, I mean, I was like, we're in trouble. Someone forgot the rest of the freaking song. I was on that, man. I was on that. I still have the shirt somewhere in the garage. Of course, it still fits me, but I don't want to go digging through that garage. So I had to see this. I had to see this because the original, well, somewhat of the original cast is in here. I mean, you have Tommy as just freaking roaming around the earth or whatever, being tracked, but he's off the grid, so to speak. And then you see the Red Ranger. I don't know if that's the original Red Ranger. I don't know. I think it's somebody else. I think it's one of those I've seen that actor before. I don't think that's the original Red Ranger. That's what's his name. It might be. No, that's what's his name. But it might be. That's definitely not the original Kimberly, and that's definitely not the original Tommy. So, spoilers. I'm going to be spoiling some of these things that I saw in this little short. And, I mean, it's oh, man. It's gritty. It's really gritty. When I saw Zach, I was like, oh, that's Zach. I was like, oh, damn. He's got 2 women in the bed. Oh, Zach. What are you doing, Zach? Zach freaking, snorting cocaine, man. I mean, that's wow. I was like, whoa. I just had to kind of like, okay, all right. We're really in this, aren't we? So, of course, Zach, doing that whole fight scene with Zach as well when he's going, it was like all the guys were surrounding him and they couldn't get a shot to the body at all. So that fight scene with Zach and stuff, and then him ending up being killed was like, whoa, there's a lot of original Power Rangers that are pretty much dead. Sadly, the original Yellow Ranger from the original series, man, it's when I read that, she passed like a little bit after the original series was pretty much kind of over. I think it was a car crash, and that's sad, man. I really I feel so bad for that. The Yellow Ranger, I think it's just a tragic thing to learn that she passed so early on to her career and so early in her life. So that's a very sad thing. I mean, I read that a long time ago, and it's still kind of like, that sucks. Billy, I think that was the original actor who played Billy. I think that was him. I mean, it was crazy to see Billy as well. The Blue Ranger, and then he's dead. He's died. Damn, there's a lot of people who die in this. And of course, like I said, I wish we had the original Tommy and the original Kimberly, because I always had a crush on Kimberly, you know what I mean? But, it's not too bad, replacing her with Katie Sackhoff. I mean, I love Katie. She has a, soft spot in my heart. I thought she looked good in this little short she was in. I mean, I still didn't picture her as, like, Kimberly, even though they said Kimberly, like, how many times, and pink and all that. I was like, no. But she should definitely be Captain Marvel. I'm just saying, Miss Marvel, Katie, please. Also, and then it was crazy to see the Red Ranger interrogating Kimberly and stuff, and the grittiness of it all. Pretty much it was sex, money, and fighting, honestly. It was just insane to see this grittiness of Power Rangers, which is the fault of this is that it did not feel like a Power Rangers short. It didn't feel Power Rangers. I mean, you had the costumes. You actually had Rita cameo at the end. But I mean, and then he said that fight in the very beginning, but it didn't feel Power Rangers to me. I don't know necessarily. I don't think you have to make it that gritty and that dark. It's a cool idea, but that gritty and that dark, when we see people just getting shot left and right, I don't know. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. But it seemed like I didn't feel Power Rangers from it. I really didn't. I just didn't. It would have been nice to see. I mean, yeah, even with the original, some of the original cast, I was like, I just didn't feel Power Rangers. Especially that Tommy and Red Ranger fight. I mean, I thought that was gonna be better, but it was it was just something. It was something, Red Ranger versus Tommy back in the old days. I remember when that happened. That was awesome, but whatever. And then Rita showing up. Rita was kind of very comical, like Jeremy says. It was a little funny, especially that little laugh. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting. I thought, like I said, I wish they would have got Tommy in here, and I wish they would have got the original Kimberly, because the original Kimberly still, I believe, acting a little bit. Maybe not. She's been not. And I remember in her little profile, she did a couple things, maybe 2 years ago or whatever. But yeah, I mean, what can I say? It didn't necessarily take me back to memory lane, but it definitely took me to like a darker place. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the new Power Rangers short. I'll have the link below, or you could check out my channel, and it'll be right there on one of my like videos, because I like this video. I thought it was not too bad. I thought it was pretty cool to see, a lot of the older ones. I thought the fighting could have been better, and I thought, but it looked good. It looked fine. It looked, checking off the list. Gritty, violence, drugs, women, Zach, whatever. And Katie Sackhoff. All right, guys.